conversation. You are truly glamorous, my love. You are truly glamorous, my love. Walking in the room, you're a solar flare. Got the Milky Way perfume in your hair. Even the moon had to take a seat, 'cause you're making the cosmos skip a beat. You're draped in silk and stardust, girl, it's true. The telescope was invented just to look at you. Every time you move, it's a symphony. A little bit of heaven, a little about you and me. Ooh. You are truly glamorous, my love. So glamorous. You are truly glamorous, my love, my love. Ooh. Sent from the velvet sky above. You got the heart playing soul and the cello on fire. You're the only masterpiece that I desire. You are truly glamorous, my love. Champagne bubbles in a crystal glass, but they can't compete with your celestial class. You're a vintage dream in a modern world. Got me spinning like a planet, little girl. From your head to your heels, you're a golden prize. I see a billion diamonds when I look in your eyes. Don't change a thing, just stay right there in the light of the nebula. You're shining, you're glowing, you're glowing.
Laufey, stop her.
You are truly glamorous, my love, so glamorous. You are truly glamorous, my love. Something about your style. You are truly glamorous, my love. You are truly glamorous, my love. You are truly glamorous, my love. Walking in the room, you're a solar flare. Got the Milky Way perfume in your hair. Even the moon had to take a seat, 'cause you're making the cosmos skip a beat. You're draped in silk and stardust, girl, it's true. The telescope was invented just to look at you. Every time you move, it's a symphony. A little bit of heaven, a little about you and me. Ooh, you are truly glamorous, my love. So glamorous. Sent from the velvet sky above. Way up high. You got the heart playing soul and the cello on fire. You're the only masterpiece that I desire. You are true. glamorous, my love. Champagne bubbles in a crystal glass, but they can't compete with your celestial class. You're a vintage dream in a modern world, got me spinning like a planet, little girl. From your head to your heels, you're a golden prize. I see a billion diamonds when I look in your eyes. Oh, Bruno. Don't change a thing, just stay right there in the light of the nebula. You're shining, you're glowing, you're glamour. 1, 2, 3, hit me. You are truly glamorous, my love. Sit on the velvet style gray. Truly glamorous. You're out of this world, baby. You're out of this world, baby. Yeah. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. 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 You are the center of the dark, the silent fire of a holy spark. The gravity is pulling me in, but the starlight ends and you begin. I don't want to leave, I don't want to run. You're more magnetic than the sun. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. It's not just the way you look, it's the way the air changes when you breathe. In fact, it's fascinating. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. In fact, fascinating
should sound like it's coming from everywhere at once. Treated with shimmer, reverb to give it a celestial star-like quality. Highlights the personal attraction. It should be the gravitational pull of the song. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. 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 You are the center of the dark, a silent fire, holy spark. The gravity is pulling me in, where the starlight ends and you begin. I don't wanna leave, I don't wanna learn. You're more magnetic than the sun. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. It's a pull, it's the light, it's the pull, it's the call, it's the light. It's not just the way you look, it's the way the air changes when you breathe. In fact, it's fascinating. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. In fact, fascinating attraction. Production aesthetic should sound like it's coming from everywhere at once. Treated with shimmer reverb to give it a celestial star-like quality. The gillards, the personal attraction. It should be the gravitational pull of the song. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. fascinating personal attraction. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. You are the center of the dark, a silent fire, a holy spark. The gravity is pulling me in, where the starlight ends and you begin. I don't wanna leave, I don't wanna run. You're more magnetic than the sun. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. 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 It's not just the way you look, it's the way the air changes when you breathe. In fact, it's fascinating. In fact, sweet like a well-took soul, the practiced tableau to soul, the practiced tableau to soul, on a 40-piece cathedral. In fact, you have fascinating personal attraction. 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 You are the center of the dark, a silent fire, a holy spark. The gravity is pulling me in, where the starlight ends and you begin. I don't want to leave, I don't want to run. You're more magnetic than the sun. attraction. In fact, you have fascinating personal 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 attraction. You had fascinating personal attraction. You had fascinating personal attraction. You had fascinating personal attraction. In fact, fascinating attraction.